What is standard form? In this video, we'll answer that question. Linear equations can be written in the standard form as shown below. Here I have a graphic organizer to demonstrate what standard form of a linear equation looks like. Standard form of linear equation is ax plus by equals c. And don't be scared with all these extra variables. A, b, and c are real numbers, and a and b are not both 0. So a and b can be negative numbers or positive numbers, or one of them can be equal to 0. So when you have a is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0, which means it can be any positive or negative number, the graph is a non-horizontal or non-vertical line. So in this case, your line will have a slope, and we'll learn how to identify the slope, and we've been practicing identifying slope as well. When a equals 0, the graph is a horizontal line. So your line to graph is always going to be y equals some number represented, and we'll put a question mark. So it can be y equals -5 or y equals 6. This is going to give us a slope equal to 0. When b is equal to 0, the graph is a vertical line, and a vertical line is always going to be x equals some number, so it could be x equals 1, or x equals 2, or x equals -15. In this case, your slope is going to be undefined. So slope is undefined in this case. We'll practice with some algebra aerobics to understand these concepts in class. I'd like you to notice when a linear equation is written in standard form. So I'm going to go ahead and write a linear equation in standard form up top for you, just so we can remember. It is ax plus by is equal to the number c. Let me go ahead and highlight that in a different color too. Remember, it is ax, there we go, the white's better, plus y is equal to some number c. Notice that when a linear equation is written in standard form, both x and y have exponents of 1. So there's an invisible 1 here and an invisible 1 there. X and y are not multiplied together, so you have x plus y, not x, y. We don't have that. And x and y do not appear in denominators, exponents, or radical signs. So we don't have any denominators, there's no exponents or radical signs. This gives us a linear equation. To understand what a linear equation and a not linear equation looks like, here is a graphic organizer. Go ahead and draw this for you in your notes. You have a linear equations here, and on the other side you have not linear equations. I want you to notice for the linear equation that this one, 3x plus 2y equals 10, is already in standard form. So you don't have to worry about writing that, but you can just identify it. You can write this equation, y minus 2 equals 3x. You can write that in standard form, and you would get this equation. I'll go ahead and challenge you to try to get it into that form by yourself. We practiced that in chapter 2. And negative y equals 5x is also a linear equation, and it can be written in standard form as 5x plus y equals 0. So again, I challenge you to try to get it in that form. Notice these are not linear equations, and in blue it tells you the reasons why. The first equation here, x and y are multiplied. Remember, we can't have x and y multiplied. The second equation, we have x to the third plus y equals -1. Okay, x has an exponent of 3. We can't have an exponent in our linear equation. And for the third case, x plus 6 divided by y equals 12, notice how y is in the denominator, and we said that x and y cannot be in the denominator.